Hi everyone. How are you guys doing? It is Keisha Montfleury here with Confident Keisha. A little bit early. I think I'm a minute early, so I'm going to give it time. But in the meantime, while I'm here, I am super excited to be a part of the Girls Who Brunch Tour Facebook takeover. I think that is super important for us to be able to continue to pour into our young girls and show them what resilience looks like, right? We want to make sure that we're not letting quarantine, we're not letting coronavirus, we're not letting that stop any and everything that we have going on in our lives. And this is a way that Girls Who Brunch Tour is doing their thing. And I know I'll be checking out those posts every day. So I want to make sure that you are on here. I am telling my peoples, you tell your people, and let's get it going, right? Also, I want to rock every time I think about some of the things. I think about the tips that I have gotten through Girls Who Brunch Tour. I know it's meant for my young ladies, but I'm taking it in too. So I'm rocking the white t-shirts with the lipstick. I think Sir John had talked about that, and it's been such a great tip. I've been doing things to lighten myself up. Instead of wearing dark colors all the time, you think black makes you look smaller or better, but no, we need to be a light during these times, and one of the ways to do that is to make sure that you are dressing appropriately, right? So, like I said, welcome to the Girls Who Brunch Tour Takeover. My name is Keisha Montfleury. I am a confidence coach for girls. And what that means is I host interactive workshops and I provide resources for our girls ages 5 to 11 that supports them in having a healthy confidence so that she's not given into negative behaviors such as self-harm and bullying. And this is super important to me because I myself participated in unhealthy relationships due to having a low self-esteem. So as I'm working on myself, I made it my purpose, I made it my passion, I made it my mission to plant the seeds of encouragement into our young girls worldwide, okay? So I have the same mission as Girls Who Brunch Tour, and that's why I love to be able to collaborate and be able to connect with them in this way. So on top of that, not only do I do the workshops, I make sure I can't reach everybody, right? That's why we're out here doing our thing. Our young girls are doing their thing for their area, their city, their household. But I've written 3 books, guys, 3 books for our girls, and they're the Blueprint to Self-Esteem series. So it's called Blueprint to Self-Esteem, and I have my young girl edition, my middle school girl edition, and my OGs, which are it doesn't mean old gangster, original gangster. It means older girl edition. So I'm super excited to be able to share today one of the books that I really love to read to my young girls. I've read it in libraries. I am constantly reading it to my girls, to myself, because it's a reminder for me also. So in this book, it is geared for girls ages for preschool. It can be preschool, and it can be girls as I would say about 10 years old, because then you get into the middle girl edition. You're probably wanting more things at this point. So we're going to get into it. We're going to read it, and then we're going to chat about the different things that were talked about in the book. Okay, so here goes. Let me flip the camera over. All right, so this is Blueprint to Self-Esteem. This is Young Girl Edition, and it says, for we are God's handiwork. I'm sorry, guys, my camera got blurry out. Okay, there we go. For we are God's handiwork, and that's based off of scripture, Ephesians 2:10. If you want to check that out, I am the writer of the book, and then my great friend, my beautiful friend, she is Andrea Garcia. Okay, so Blueprint to Self-Esteem, Young Girl Edition, right there. Okay, here goes. I'm trying to do it this way to make sure that you guys can get all the pictures and be able to see it. So Blueprint to Self-Esteem, for we are God's handiwork, Ephesians 2:10, Young Girl Edition. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. All right. So it says, hey girl, yeah, you. Do you know how beautiful you are? It's true. Take a look. No excuses, because there's a mirror inside this book. Tip: to be beautiful, you have to be you. And I wanted you guys to look at the mirror. And remember, it says to be beautiful, you have to be you. So it may not have a physical mirror in here, but it's a representation for you to go ahead and look in that mirror. Okay, girl? Ooh la la. Take a look at that girl. Who, me? Yes, you. Do you know we have a lot to offer the world? Taking care of yourself by combing your hair, putting on chapstick, and putting on clean clothes. Take care of those beautiful eyes, ears, cheeks, and nose. Brushing your hair, lotioning your skin, and loving your body starts from within. Tip: what are some ways to take care of your shell? And your shell is your outside being. So she is looking at herself, y'all. She got her little mirror to the side. She got her brush and her chapstick. And she's telling herself she is beautiful. She ain't playing around. Do you know your life is a journey? Want to know what I mean? But first, let me warn you, there's no time to lean. Journey means to travel and also to go. Exercise is a part of taking care of yourself. Now you know, so get up, run, jump, do some yoga. Get up, come on, you can do it. Get up off that sofa. Tip: if you can travel anywhere, where would you go? And that's her doing her thing. She riding her bike, telling herself, that she can do this. A part of being healthy is watching what you eat. A healthy breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack that includes lots of veggies, fruits, and meat. Nourishing yourself means to grow, to cherish, and to be mindful with food. Let's remember to listen to our bodies. To ignore it would be rude. Tip: what is your favorite healthy meal? And we have her over here doing her thing. That smoothie is hitting a spot. Look at the different fruits and veggies that she's using in order to make her smoothie. Let's wrap it all up as we get ready to leave, but I want to make sure that you believe. Investing in yourself and others is what we should strive to do. Be intentional, be grateful, be mindful, be you. So take another look at the mirror in front of this book. Yes, it's okay. Take your time. Take a look. God made that. He made every part of you. He equipped us with all that we are able to do. Be the girl that shows the awesomeness to the world. So get up. It's urgent. Do what you were meant to do. We can start one girl at a time. So let's start with you. And look at them. They're helping their community. They're coming together to do something for their community. They're investing in themselves and in others. And this is the end, you guys. The end. And they're just happy because they're walking in their purpose. They're doing their thing because they know that they're God's handiwork, right? So I want to get into the book. I want to get into some of the root words that you heard in the book and kind of go through so that we're making sure that we have a good understanding of the words that were talked about in there, right? So I'm going to take it back. These are the 5 keys. It was beautiful, ooh la la, journey, nourish, and investment. Okay, so we're going to go through each one that we talked about in the book. So let me take it back. So the reason why I wrote the book the way that I wrote it is I believe that in order for us to be the most healthiest versions of ourselves, We're going to have to have a healthy confidence and know what that healthy confidence looks like. Remember, we don't want to be arrogant. We don't want to be conceited. There's a certain way, just as a girl, as a young lady growing into a woman, there's a way that we want to carry ourselves, and we want to be able to capture all these things. So there's three things, ladies, that I want you to remember whenever for me anyway, I'm going to speak, and I'm pretty sure that the Girls Who Brunch Tour ladies also agree with this. But there's three things that I want you guys to remember. Number one is that one of the most important relationships you will have is the one that you have with yourself. We will always need to be caring for ourselves, valuing ourselves, and investing in ourselves. And this is something that you're doing right now. If you're looking at this, if you're watching this, this is something that you're doing, and I'm so proud of you. Number two is that will set you up for healthy relationships with other people in your life. And when I mean relationships, I mean with your siblings, with your parents, and then ultimately, if you're an older girl, romantic relationships, right? We want to make sure that we're caring for ourselves, and whenever we are doing that and we're being intentional about that, you are going to make different choices in your life, right? Then key number three, that will set you up. I just want you to remember that all of it takes practice. So remember, number one is healthy relationship with self. Number two is that will set you up to have healthy relationships with other people. And then number three is that all of this takes practice. So that is what I'm talking about whenever I'm talking about blueprints of self-esteem. And like I said, as we were going through the book, those were the key words. The 5 keys were the key words, right? So let's get into that and get more into that. When we are beautiful, it's like, girl, yeah, you. Do you know how beautiful you are? It's true, because a lot of people, I think, when somebody gives you a compliment and tells you that you're beautiful, a lot of us may not even believe that, may not even understand what that means. When I'm talking about beautiful, I'm talking about is the way that you carry yourself. Is the kind of girl that you are on the inside and not necessarily on the outside. Yes, we're going to have to care for ourselves in a certain way, but we want to make sure that when we are being a beautiful girl, that we are being ourselves in an authentic way, and that we are making sure that we care for ourselves. Remember, valuing ourselves and different things like that, using those tools that we're learning in order to become the most healthiest, confident version of ourselves. So one of the things that I want to encourage you is to look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and really take a look, and don't look in there to criticize yourself, but look in there to see yourself for who and what you really are. What stands out to you? What are some things that you have that some people don't? When I'm talking about beautiful, I'm talking about skills, I'm talking about gifts, and I'm talking about talents. Look at the tip, right? It says to be beautiful, you have to be you, okay? So that is tip number 1, to be beautiful. So I challenge you to do that, right? Tip number 2, key number 2 is ooh la la. Take a look at the girl, right? She's looking in the mirror, doing her thing. She has her little compact. She has her little chapstick or lip gloss, her brush, because she knows it's about to go down, right? So key number 2 is ooh la la. That is a way that you can take care of your shell. When I'm talking about shell, it's taking care of your outside being, right? It's taking care of your outside being. Let me flip the camera a little bit back to myself. Something that comes to mind with that for myself personally, I am going to make sure that I always put myself in the mix because it's something that I'm practicing daily. But something as like I said, like getting ideas and different tips from people on your body type, your body shape, doing little things to insinuate your curves and different things you have going on, taking care of your hair, doing different hairstyles, putting on, accessories, whatever you are needing to do, putting nail polish on your hands, whatever you're needing to do in order to become that confident girl. That is part of it. I believe that when you look good, you feel good. So that is what I mean by ooh la la. So let me turn it back here. And when I am talking about ooh la la also, I want to make sure that we're not being conceited, that we are not, being arrogant with the way that we look, but we do want to care for our bodies. And the ways that you're able to care for your body is brush your hair, brush and comb your hair, be intentional with that, wash your hair, look up ways to be able to do that if you're not sure. Ask your mom, ask your dad if they're able to help you with that. Try new outfits, try on new styles that, that supports your body type. Lotion your skin. I'm Hershey. I call myself Hershey because I believe I'm the color of Hershey, the candy bar. So I want to make sure that I am taking care of that skin. I'm lotioning my skin. I'm moisturizing myself, right? I want to make sure that I'm putting lipstick on or I'm putting chapstick on so that my lips do not get chapped. We want to be very careful with taking care of ourselves like that because this is your body. Your body, it shines. There's different ways that we're able to care for that. And there is no lack of information, especially if you're following this page. They give us so many ideas, not even just for our little girls, but for our older girls too. And I'm one of them. I attest to it, right? So that is ooh la la. So I encourage you to take a step back. What kind of things are you, interested in? Are you interested in jewelry? Are you interested in wearing accessories? Are you interested in nail color? I just did my nails the other day, and I really love the new color, and I just added like a little ring for an accessory. So I encourage you to do that for yourself and see what stands out. If you don't like something, you can try something else. Okay? So that is ooh la la. Key number 3 was journey, right? Journey for me means to travel, to go, to move from one place to another. So when I'm talking about journey, it's the way, journey is an action word for me. So I break it down for 2. I break it down in 2 ways. One of them is how exercising our bodies, and another way is traveling. It is traveling, you guys. I know that we're limited on what we can do now, but that doesn't stop us from having the desire to want to travel, right? So maybe we can use this time to start doing research and to see where do we want to go. One of the places that I want to go that I was telling somebody else is Barbados. I don't know why, guys, but I definitely want to go somewhere. I want to go to an island, and it just sounds pretty cool. So that is somewhere that I want to go. So I'm always researching. I want to see what kind of clothes do I need to wear when I get there. What is the weather like? What kind of foods do they have? You can really get in to see, to research the places that you want to go to. Another thing, like I said, is exercising our bodies. I know a lot of people do not like to hear that, but it's very important that we make the time to exercise our bodies. If you have a backyard, there's so many things that you ladies can be doing. If you have a swimming pool, you can go in your pool. If you have a basketball court in the backyard or near you, you can go out and play basketball. You can do YouTube. And I even think I've seen on Girls Who Brunch Tour have done like a video where someone was showing us how to exercise our bodies. So we have the resources to do it. It may not be in the way that we imagine or the way that we would prefer, but we definitely do have those resources. So what does your journey look like? What are you doing to exercise your body? Where would you like to travel? If I told you tomorrow the country is going to open back up and here's your ticket to go anywhere, to go anywhere you would like to go, all expenses paid for, where would you go? I want to challenge you to think about that, okay? So key number 4 is nourish. And you're probably wondering, like, what does nourish mean? What is that? For me, in this definition, what I'm talking about is being mindful with the things that we are putting inside of our bodies. One way that we want to make sure that we are nourishing ourselves is to, like I said, to be mindful with that. There's so many different types of foods that we could be eating. There's so many different ways that we can fix those foods. And I'm not pushing anybody to be a vegan or a vegetarian, because I'm not even those things. But you do want to be mindful with the things that we're putting inside of our bodies, right? So when I say nourishing, in here it says nourish yourself means to grow, to cherish, and to be mindful with food. Let's remember to listen to our bodies. To ignore it would be rude. And what I mean by that is that sometimes we can have an unhealthy relationship with food. We can be snacking all the time. We can be eating things that are not so good. The main thing that I want you to get out of what I'm saying or what I'm talking about when I talk about nourish is first of all, to be mindful, and then second of all, to take things in moderation. Anything that you do, you want to take in moderation. So some things that have worked for me when I started to really dig in, and I always have to remind myself, is my water. I have like a little water thing right here, but I want to make sure that I'm always drinking water. I even put lemon inside of the water just because sometimes I want that little taste. Or I drink flavored water that gives like a little twist to it, because I do like the soda feeling or pop or whatever, wherever you're at. You can relate to soda or soda pop or pop. I do like that, but I don't necessarily want the sugar that comes along with drinking that. So I will drink like flavored, sparkling water or flavored water, just to kind of give myself a little bit of a different, different taste. What about ingredients? What about your favorite foods that you have in your house or that your family is eating? I heard some girls say tamales. I heard some girls say enchiladas. I heard some girls say spaghetti, pizza. I heard, just beef patties, just different things that we ladies, we like to eat, right? But I want to challenge you. How can you change up some things in that menu? How can you change up some things in that ingredient? Maybe you can make vegetable enchiladas. I don't know. I'm just saying something. I don't know if this is a possibility, but maybe you can make that. Maybe you can. One of my friends just recently made lasagna, but made squash. Not squash. I'm sorry. I forgot what the fruit was. She used instead of the actual pasta, and it was really good, you guys. So there's different ways that you can go ahead and start to care for yourself in that way, and be careful with the things that you have, that you're eating, and that you're putting inside of your bodies. Because remember, we talked about journey. We're exercising our bodies too, and then bring it back to ooh la la. You want to look good in what you're wearing, right? So and then before that was beautiful. You want to have the energy to do the things that you have been called to do, right? So nourishing yourself is a big part of it, okay? A huge part of it. So I encourage you to do that. And last but not least is investments, okay? Investment. And I really love this part of the book. So I'm going to read it one more time to you guys, because overall, this is what really stands out, and this is what I mean by investing. Investing in yourself and others is what we should strive to do. Be intentional, be grateful, be mindful, be you. So take another look at the mirror in front of this book. Yes, it's okay. Take your time. Take a look. God made that. He made every part of you. He equipped us with all that we are able to do. Be the girl that shows the awesomeness to the world. So get up. It's urgent. Do what you were meant to do. We can start one girl at a time. So let's start with you. Ladies, When I am talking about investing, number one thing that people think that I'm talking about is money. And yes, that is a part of it. But when I'm talking about investing, I'm talking about the whole girl. I'm talking about what are you doing with your money if you're working, if you're older and you're working? Are you giving back to your community? Remember, we just had the Girls Who Brunch Tour. We had these women give these girls encouraging each other to give back to your community, right? So what are you doing with that? What are you doing with the time that you have? So want to be very careful with who we're spending our time with and how we're spending our time, right? We want to make sure that we're practicing self-care, we're caring for ourselves, we're making time for ourselves, and we want to make sure that we're making time for other people in our lives. So this is why it's a picture of them connecting with each other and giving back. Give back to your community. That is a way to invest in yourself. So what is important to you? What is something that stands out to you? And when I'm thinking about that is animals. Is that something that you're passionate about? Maybe you can go and help out your local animal shelter. Kids, is that something that you're passionate about? Maybe there's organizations where you're able to help support or take care, a daycare facility, just kind of go in and volunteer a couple hours in the day. Is there, are you passionate about children who have cancer or who's sick? What are you passionate about? For me, one of my things is girls. I'm passionate about the health, the health and well-being of our girls. So this is why I do what I do, to be able to pour back into my girls in that way. So investing was our last key, and then I'm just gonna name the 5 keys one more time, and then we're done, you guys. We did it. So the important words again were beautiful, ooh la la, journey, nourish, and investment. I'm going to say it one more time for you ladies. Beautiful, ooh la la, journey, nourish, and investment. And the name of the book that I read today, I actually wrote myself, is Blueprint to Self-Esteem, for we are God's handiwork, based off of Ephesians 2:10. And then this is my young girl edition. And remember, I have my middle school girl edition and I have my older girl edition. So let's see here. Okay. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the book. I really appreciate you making the time to pay attention and listen to it. Go ahead and grab it. If it's something that you're drawn to, it's available on Amazon. I have a few copies myself that I have been signing and sending out to people. So you can definitely go ahead and grab that. You can check me out at Confident Keisha on Facebook, here on Facebook, and on Instagram. And because I have so many other things for our girls, for you older girls, younger girls. And I hope that you guys enjoyed, okay? So remember, beautiful, ooh la la, journey, nourish, and investment, so that we can live out the most healthiest, confident version of ourselves. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I want you guys to have a good day, okay? Bye, ladies.